The power of radio is in your hands. You can play. You can pause.
Rewind.
You can download. It's Vikilonia Radio. Solely for your listening pleasure. You are listening to your number one online edutainment radio.
They say it's a man's world. They say we should be tough. They say we should never show vulnerability. But men have problems too. Men do cry. And who better to give a listening ear than the other man in the room? Join us on What Men Want every Monday by 2 p.m. on Vikilonia Radio. What Men Want. What do you want?
A very fine afternoon to you, my beautiful listeners, and welcome to another exciting edition of What Men Want on Vikilonia Radio, your number one edutainment radio. And I'm your beautiful host, Kelvin Childs. So tell me, guys, how was your weekend? I hope you guys had so much fun because as usual, I have fun. I always have fun, despite how busy my work is. I still try, to have fun every now and then. Every weekend I go out and do, something fun and something crazy. So if you're not having fun, if you're that type that is always at home, working, remember, life has no duplicate and you get to only live once. So I encourage you to go out there, have fun every once in a while. It doesn't hurt, it won't kill you. Yes, I'm really serious. It will not kill you to loosen up every once in a while, because I don't really understand why most people are too uptight. They think when you get out of that box for a while, and go do something crazy that something it's going like a path of view, or the rest of the world is doing something really busy to make ends meet, and you're out there having fun. But having fun is also good, because like they say, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. All right, let's recap of our last week episode, where we talked about impotency and how you would feel as a man if you discover that you can't get your wife pregnant. Would you go outside the home, or would you encourage her to get pregnant as well? Thanks everyone who contributed to that program. You're really appreciated. All right, back to the straight to the business for today. I want to talk about gambling. It's a very trending act. It's something that has been going on for centuries. It's almost as old as creation itself. I mean, gambling has always been there, even in the Bible, although it wasn't. I don't think it was quoted or spoken of in a positive limelight. I don't know, but I know it's been there. It's even it's everywhere. So I want to talk about gambling, its perks, the positivity of it and the negativity of it, and what's outcome, what do we gain, what exactly, what is the end point of gambling, to what end, what does it bring to us? All right, before we go any further, I would like to get a little hint, or give us a little clue of what gambling is really about. So, according to Wikipedia, gambling is the wagering of money or something of value, referred to as the stakes on an event with an uncertain outcome, with the primary intent of winning money or material goods. That is, placing a bet on something, hoping that you're going to get something out of it. Now, is gambling an investment? Now, the definition for gambling could apply just as well as to investing and also vice versa. While the dictionary.com website says to gamble is to bet on an uncertain outcome. Yes, I just said that. As of a contest. Now, to take a risk in the hope of gaining an advantage or a benefit, that is to invest, to commit money or capital in order to gain a financial return. So whatever you're placing your money in, or whatever you're placing anything of immense value in to get an outcome, could simply be defined as gambling. Now, the question here is, following this trend and following our beliefs as Africans, there's this certain belief we have about things that are, going on, things that are pertaining gambling and the rest of it. Is it okay to gamble? Do you gamble? If yes, tell us why. And do you think there's anything wrong with gambling? Now, if you think there's anything wrong in gambling, you can also tell us why. Now, join the conversations on 0803541367, and you can also go to Facebook, Kelvin Childs Okoroji, and drop your comments there. And you can also go to my Instagram handle at Kelvin Childs and drop your comments there, and I will be taking them shortly. Don't forget, the question still remains: is it okay to gamble? Do you gamble? If yes, tell us why. Do you not gamble? If yes, tell us why.
Diamond Mobile app has been upgraded with awesome new features like Isusu, which helps you save with your friends in groups or save by yourself. It also includes a self-service feature where you can adjust your transfer limits, request debit cards, and many more. With over 2 million users on board, Diamond Mobile is really going beyond banking. Diamond, your bank.
Do you know that you can advertise your business and brand to thousands of listeners on Vikilonia Radio?
Oh yes, and at a very, very cheap and affordable rate. For as low as 1,000 Naira, you can advertise with us.
Simply call us on 081 39 36 3906. On Vikilonia Radio, we give a new life to your business.
You are listening to your number one online edutainment radio.
Now, before I start taking this comment, for clarity's sake, one might ask, what has this got to do with men? I mean, what's the connection, gambling men? Well, I'm going to tell you. Statistics has shown that a greater percent of those involved in gambling are mostly the male folks. I mean, it's really, really rare to see a woman getting involved in gambling. If you go to poker houses, casinos, and the one we have in Nigeria, I think is a Bet Nigeria or something, you would only see males there. You just see a handful of females there. So now, as a man, what benefits have you gotten from gambling? Does it tend to boost your manhood? Does it make you feel more of a man when you gamble, or do you just do it for the money? Is it because of the financial gain and whatever it is? I want you to also include it in your comment. All right, I have this one from Adebayo Lokwe, and he says, well, for me, I don't gambling, but at the same time, I do not judge or despise those that do. Everybody has what works for them. Some people believe that gambling is the fastest way of making it in life financially, while others just stick to doing what they normally do. And don't forget also that gambling is also a business venture for some people. It is actually people's source of livelihood. So if we say it is illegal to gamble, that means most people will be out of business. Okay, well, but most people will be out of business, yes, but what about the dangers that comes with gambling? Is there any, that is, if there is any at all? But then again, you would also agree with me that when you're gambling, something is always at stake, and there's an addiction that comes to gambling. So what if it's, like he said, it's someone's business source of livelihood? What if it's at the detriment of someone else? Okay, I have another comment here from Ikechukwu Nonso, and he said, well, gambling to me is not a sin or is not bad as long as you know how to do it and you're going about it the right way. Okay, is there a right way to going about gambling? All right. Yeah, and this comment is from Maduka. He said, well, I gamble, but not all the time. I don't make it a habit. I only gamble once in a while. For me, it is not an addiction. It's just something I do to get an extra cash, and I don't put my whole investment or money into it. Okay, I think that's his opinion. He said it's okay to gamble, but you just have to be careful the way you go about it. You don't make it so, you don't idolize it. I think that's what he's trying to say. All right, I have another comment here from Aduk Bayo. Aduk Bayo is a regular here on Nickelodeon Radio. He's always commenting on what he wants. Okay, let's hear what he has to say. Aduk say, well, gambling. The funniest part of it is that life itself is a gamble. Every day we gamble. When we go out, we gamble. Our coming in is gamble. When we go out to buy food from that local food vendor outside without knowing the source or what water, okay, or what water she uses in cooking it, we gamble. So I don't think the word gambling is a bad word, neither is it a sin. Oh well, yes, he's right, but we're talking about gambling now in a financial venture, because yes, everyday life is a gamble. What about the financial aspect of it? Do you think it's okay? He didn't tell us that. Okay, I have this comment here from Sadiq Bayer. Sadiq Bayer says, gambling is a game of the masters and people who know what they are doing. You just don't gamble anyhow. It is the amateurs that try to give gambling a bad name. Gambling is actually a very interesting, okay, he says it's an interesting business that, if followed the right way, could end up making you rich. Okay, making you rich, but so if done the wrong way, that means you have to lose all you have or something. I have another comment here from I have another comment here from Dr. Akpan Ubiom. He says, to me, I think gambling is very, very wrong. It has destroyed so many lives. It has destroyed families. In a situation where people invest all they have into gambling and then end up with nothing, it could ruin life. Gambling should stop totally. Okay, he said gambling should stop totally. What about those that have taken it up as their business venture? Wouldn't they be out of business? But then again, they can also dive into something else. I mean, it's gambling is not only the business in the world. Another comment here says, well, I don't think there's any part of the Bible that refer to gambling as a sin, but when it comes to doctrine or religion, I think most churches frown at it. But then again, what about these Ninja bet houses? Do we still call them gambling? And if not, he said, and if yes, then why hasn't the government shut it down? So in a situation whereby the government has not actually said anything about these bet houses, it means it is legal. Abi, I don't know. Is he asking me? Okay, you're asking me. I don't know. You tell me if it's legal. But I bet Ninja houses. It's more like a sports game. It's not like where you place a sports. You put money and then you try to guess the outcome of a game. I don't know. I'm not really into bet Ninja, but I think it's where you place money, you place a bet, and then try to guess or determine the outcome of a future match, and then when you guess right, you get to have some certain amount of money with it. All right, we're rounding up very soon, but let me take up this comment from my Instagram page. All right, we have a Duke of Barking as usual. He said, well, I like to gamble every once in a while, but it's more like a mild way. Me and my friends will just come up with a game of cards and then place little money into it. I think it's a way of having fun. Just don't get addicted to it. Okay, he's trying to say he gambles with his friends as well, but the problem is letting it get addicted, letting it get take another turn on you. All right, and I have another another comment here from Jerry Danny. Jerry Danny says, I love to gamble a lot because it fetches me cool cash without stress. So I don't think there's anything wrong with gambling. My conscience is free and okay with it. Well, a lot of men out there, you're listening to this. People are giving their thoughts in case you have plans of gambling. I think they're actually trying to say you should or should not go, with this, depending on your conscience and then depending on what you believe in. I personally, I don't think I've ever gambled before, but okay, I have, but that was when I was I was in my teenage age. We just played this game of cards, just like Duke said, and then we just played, I think it was 50-50 naira at that time, and then the winner takes all the money. So I don't know, but then again, it still have its disadvantage because it could ruin you financially, especially someone who invests all they have in it. Take as for instance MMM and the disaster it created for Nigerians back then. I mean, people lost their lives and their properties and their whole investment to it. So whatever you do as per gambling, you have to be careful. If you think you want to engage in it, then make sure that you have something to fall back on as a man. Make sure you have something to fall back on. Do not invest on it just like that. All right, thank you for joining us on the program for today on What Men Want. Thank you so much. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Vicalonia Radio, and don't forget our Facebook page also. And we also created a page on Facebook called What Men Want. Don't forget to join us there as well. And next, I'll post the question. I'll be posting the question for the next episode on that page, so you just have to go there, check it out, and then put your comments there. I don't want to be posting it here again. Okay, I'm not going to post it. I'm not going to tell us the question for next week here. I want you to go to that page. You're going to see it there. All right, so thank you so much for all your contributions. Thank you for everyone who joined in this conversations. I love you so much, and it's still your host, Kelvin Childs.